And in tonight's Future of Everything, Elon Musk has tackled space. He's tackled the government, Twitter, AI, boring tunnels, and now he is coming for a lot of people's favorite internet encyclopedia. Say hello to Grokipedia, Musk's response to what he calls Wikipedia. The new online web source is powered by XAI, which is his artificial intelligence company. The website already has about 800 and 900,000 AI-generated entries and even crashed just after its launch yesterday. Musk said the project would, quote, purge the propaganda flooding Wikipedia as the site has received criticism by conservatives over the last few months. But what kind of oversight does it have? Is it going to generate the same kind of traffic that we see on Wikipedia? Joining us now to talk Grokipedia is the New York Times tech reporter Kate Conger, who covers all things Elon Musk. Great to see you, Kate. So how does Musk's version of an online encyclopedia really work here?
So he's sort of taking what is already available on Wikipedia, articles that have been developed over time by human editors, and adapting them and editing them with his AI service to make them comport with his own political views.
I was just having a conversation with old Grok, not Grokipedia, but like Grok, about the irony of the whole open source versus closed source debate. And then it sent me this. Okay, we've got it up here. This is pretty wild. Wikipedia is a quick knowledge by the people, and Grokipedia is instant knowledge about the people from one AI. Wikipedia is democratic chaos turned into order. Grokipedia is top-down clarity, no vote required. I mean, I think I read that like so many times because it's about Wikipedia and it's about Grokipedia, but it's also about so much of society and where we're all headed. But what's your take on these two competing methods of getting information?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're quite different. Obviously, Wikipedia has a very long history, and I think it's really important to think about Wikipedia beyond the U.S. context. Because in the United States, that's where a lot of this political criticism comes from. Conservatives in the United States are saying that Wikipedia leans too far left, but a lot of its editors are outside of the United States and don't necessarily agree or align themselves with U.S. political allyship. So, it's a very different ecosystem. And I think what we're seeing in the United States with this criticism, and particularly coming from Musk, is him chafing with any kinds of viewpoints that disagree with him, whether those are, academic, scientific, or journalism. And those are the sources that lie underneath all of these Wikipedia articles.
It's interesting because, Wikipedia is so open source. In a way, a lot of journalism is open source, or at least it's provided free to the public. Could you see any of these like large language models or AI where they are today without the Wikipedia that's been around for quite some time?
No, so most large language models actually on Wikipedia data because it's viewed as a very reliable source of information, and a very neutral one, actually. There's been studies done removing Wikipedia data from LLMs, and they tend to become more biased, more adversarial. So it's a really valuable source of data for companies that manufacture these kinds of LLMs, and they really rely on it as a neutral source of data for the most part.
And we're running out of time here, but real quick, if you've gotten to use it, does it feel different than Grok? Or is this just kind of like a Grok or any other chat bot, but with a little bit more of the citations?
It feels very similar to Grok, I think, yeah.
Yeah, definitely Grok's brother or son or something like that. Kate Conger, thank you so much for joining us.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.